Sometimes children begin learning very early that certain things should never be talked about outside the home. There may be tension inside the family. There may be conflict happening regularly. There may be behavior that feels emotionally confusing. But despite everything happening privately, the child slowly begins understanding that none of it is supposed to be spoken about openly. The family may look completely normal to other people. Everything may appear calm from the outside. And over time, the child begins noticing that what happens inside the home somehow stays hidden from everyone else. Something about this can begin feeling confusing long before the child fully understands why. This is often where children begin learning an important emotional rule. What happens inside the home should stay inside the home. And little by little, the child may begin understanding that speaking honestly about what they experience could create discomfort for the adults around them. Over time, repeated exposure to this pattern can begin teaching children to quietly hide parts of their emotional reality. This is often where self-trust slowly begins changing. Because when children repeatedly learn that honesty about their own experience creates discomfort for other people, they may slowly begin questioning whether expressing what they feel is actually safe. Some people describe this as a narcissistic family pattern when it happens repeatedly. Because over time, protecting how the family looks to other people may begin becoming more important than how the child is actually experiencing life inside the home. When children repeatedly experience situations where speaking honestly creates discomfort, tension, or negative reactions from the adults around them, they may slowly begin learning that being open about what they feel can create consequences they want to avoid. Over time, this can begin conditioning the child to understand that staying quiet often feels safer than expressing what they are actually experiencing. This can slowly teach the child that protecting another person's image may begin feeling more important than trusting their own feelings, causing honest emotional expression to gradually become less safe over time. What this often teaches the child is that their own emotional truth may need to stay hidden because speaking honestly could create outcomes that feel uncomfortable, unsafe, or emotionally costly. Repeated exposure to this pattern can slowly teach children that silence sometimes feels safer than honesty. This can become a very normal response when children repeatedly learn that speaking openly about their own experience creates consequences they would rather avoid. In healthy families, children do not have to hide their emotional reality in order to protect how adults are being perceived by others. And when children repeatedly learn that hiding what they feel protects other people, they may slowly stop trusting their own emotional experience altogether. Your silence may make more sense than you realized. Recognizing the pattern helps explain why honest emotional expression may have felt unsafe for a very long time. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what is happening and trust yourself again. And when children repeatedly learn that honesty creates discomfort for the adults around them, another pattern often begins developing underneath that silence. In the next video, we will look at why adults sometimes begin shutting the child down after conflict happens publicly. Click here to watch.